Hey guys, welcome to the Dylan Barber Reacts. Today we are going to be reacting to Chessington World of Adventures in London. So I'm going to be there on Saturday on Dylan's World of Adventures. But it's not Dylan, it's Chessington. It's kind of confusing. Let's just play the clip. Go ahead. Power Towers Productions Top 10 Rides.
Resort has such an amazing variety of rides, from big coasters to small family rides. There really is something for everyone. So the time has come to count down my top 10 based on my opinion from visits I've been having for over a decade. So at number 10 we have Tiger Rock. Water ride again, I know, but this is more down to the ride and the area it inspired. The actual Tiger Rock around the second drop is amazing to look at. It's huge, domineering, and has a much greater presence than the old theming around that drop. But also, when becoming Tiger Rock, everything about the ride and the area it's in generally got a bit better. The station now has amazing lighting and projection shows. The on-ride tunnel is longer and has an amazing theming element at the end. The area is now a lot brighter in terms of colour as well, and the tiger enclosures interact so well with the ride that the tigers are enjoying themselves racing the ride. Not only seeing but interacting with these tigers as riders adds a new layer to the ride that just wasn't there before. Don't get me wrong, the painting over of the dragon was poor and not really well done, but otherwise Tiger Rock is better than Dragon Falls was in its final 10 or 15 years.
You wanna know me, you wanna come see, take it to the street.
At number 9 we have Cobra. While not as enjoyable as the standard disc goes, it's different, and different is good. It's what makes Chessington, Chessington, being different. Cobra is the main ride and structure of Wild Asia, and it continues to be a dominating presence in the area 9 years on. While it is not as fast, doesn't spin as quick, and generally is a little boring now, Cobra is still an amazing ride, an amazing structure, an important part of Wild Asia, and can really be considered the start of Chessington heading to where they are now. Number 8. The Chessington Adventure Tree. Another ride that I can spin myself silly on, but that's not the only reason it made it onto the list. The Adventure Tree is so well themed. The entrance rock work, the water effects, the detail on the tree itself, it is amazing. The ability to ride on different animals compared to horses is unique and something that is just so different, but also so Chessington. And really, it's what makes the ride the headline ride that Chessington wanted to be. At number 7, we have Ramesses Revenge, only without the water on the edge seats. It's a real shame that the shortest and least intense cycle is now used, but it is still great. The ride is very well themed considering how much it has lost over the years, but the atmosphere created in the area really does sell it. There is always a sense of foreboding as you take your seat and look up onto those not brave enough to ride. The water shoots out in front of you and those restraints come down. No escape now. Each part of the cycle is great fun and should not be underestimated. Number 6. Toon Blaster. Not my favourite shooter out there, in fact my least favourite, but I still enjoy it. The storyline is actually very well thought out and probably the best of all the storylines for the shooters, in a very honest opinion. And yes, I am disappointed by the fact the ride has been made significantly worse in recent years, but I look past that. The shooting system, unlike Laser Raiders or Duel, is actually a challenge. It's a real challenge because you cannot guarantee yourself a good score every time. What theming that remains as it was meant to be is great. And the new target system does look good in some, but not all of the scenes. Don't knock Toon Blaster for its many failures, enjoy it for its many successes. And at number 5, we have the Gruffalo River Ride Adventure.
So yeah, I'm going to be.
This may come as a surprise to many, but actually, I really enjoy the ride. Obviously, you have to take it for what it is, which is a kid's ride. But when you take into account how faithfully the book was adapted and how they kept elements of the beloved Bubbleworks, it creates a complete ride. Things like the new pre-ride photo opportunity and the use of the fountains in the finale are excellent examples of what makes this ride so good and why it continues to pull hour-plus queues every peak day. Number 4, Rattlesnake. I like this coaster, I really do, but for me it just lacks a little bit in places. The airtime is fun and the drops are awesome, but again, it lacks a little. It's hard to really put my finger on it, and no, it's not the fact that my stomach will get left 16 rows behind on those brakes. The theming of the ride is great, the soundtrack is great, the ride itself is just awesome. I always come off with a smile, and I don't hate it, I do enjoy it, but I feel like it could be better. I'm not really sure what more to say, other than I like it, but something is missing. So, let's move on. Number 3, Scorpion Express. Despite what people may think, I actually prefer Scorpion Express to the Runaway Train. This is due to the more inclusive theme, more enjoyable ride experience, and the memory of the soft opening of the ride. I love that beginning. That doesn't mean Scorpion Express is any worse now that it has lost it. It's still a great attraction. The soundtrack slowly filters in as you walk down the path towards Scorpion Valley. Such an effort went into the overall look and feel of the area. The fake announcements by the governor of Scorpion Valley helped to seal it in. The indoor queue and then the snake in and around the ride after. It's just so amazing, providing such awesome views of the ride. It's not something you actually really get. Take a look at Flying Fish, you don't get very good views of that. The ride itself is actually quite an enjoyable ride, considering it's designed to be a kid's ride. The Scorpion is real fun, especially trying to avoid the water and get the person you're riding with soaked. And yes, even the oil derrick flaming is still great, even if it lacks what it once had. And at number 2, we have Dragon's Fury. To spin or not to spin? That is the question. Dragon's Fury has some great points. That first drop and overbank turn a real highlight. But it also has some real downers. The fact it barely spins anymore is a real shame. The theme of the ride is practically non-existent, but who can resist the charm of Frazzle? Come on! For a ride with such a low throughput, the queue is always managed really well, and the single rider queue was very useful when open. The custom layout of Dragon's Fury blends intensity and relaxing elements into one amazing, enjoyable layout. But to be fair, that final little drop and turn before the brake run is the best bit. Am I right? Anyway, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, but you probably have guessed the ride by now.
Vampire? Vampire? You're not telling me, you're just showing me a name outfit.
At number 1,
Vampire?
we have the one, the only Vampire.
Called it!
Just what a ride experience. That's all I have to say. Goodbye, the end. Any questions?
There's a chance.
No. Of course I've got more to say. I could probably go on forever. Now don't get me wrong, I don't think you'll find a vampire fan in the house, including me, that doesn't want to see the vampire of old. Of course we want to see our organist play again. Of course we want the chandeliers back. Of course we want the original theming elements back that we are missing. But, and this is a big but, Vampire is still amazing as it is. Strides have been made in the last year. Both the original theme music and Q-Line ambience have been remastered and now play with pride again. The lighting in the station has been fixed. The remaining torches in the station have been fixed. But even some of the newer elements are great too. Take the backlights that are projected below the track in the station, or the new lighting in the Q-Line entrance to the station. This is before we even get onto the ride itself. With 2 parts to the ride, originally being designed to run the 3 trains, you have the first half dedicated to flying in and around the trees. Then you brake, see a headless horseman, before climbing the second hill. That drop is much quicker and sharper than you think, and it really takes you away. The flight over the village, seeing all those amazed faces, they look up at you, and you're looking down, loving every second. The drop into the tunnel, the turn afterwards, so intense and enjoyable. That final turn used to be so boring, but on a good 2019 day, you might get the chance to duel the other train. Even in a scaled-back version, Vampire reigns supreme, king of Chessington, forevermore. But the best part about it, the best part of them all, is when you get a ride operator who loves the ride as much as you. Before you know it, you're sat in place, looking ahead, ready to go. You look to your left and you see them. You know all is well. The brakes release, the music turns down, the microphone's on, and you hear that creepy voice. No, not the sound effect. Just that operator. Sit back, hold on tight. The vampire is taking flight. And those are my top 10 rides from Chessington. What are yours? Comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Links are in the description and my handle will be on screen now.
Yeah, I was just looking and filming and So, those are the rides that I'm going to go on in Chessington World of Adventures and the rides I'm not going to go on. The only ride that I'm not going to go on was that magic carpet ride. Others, they're chance and guaranteed. Okay, they're all chances because I don't know if they're there or not, but Croc Drop. I don't know why Croc Drop isn't here, but you know. Croc Drop, I'm gonna go on Croc Drop. I'll try not to cry as well, but see you later. Well, see you next time, and bye.
Yeah, don't forget, which channel is it that you're going to be on for the Chessington one?
We are going to be on Dunswell Adventures, so check out my adventure channel and wait for it. Stay tuned and see you next time. Bye!